Good morning. Let's go get some breakfast.
We are here having our breakfast and we have ordered the famous Burek, which is probably like the most common pastry to have here. The history is pretty interesting. Bosnia Herzegovina is one of the neighboring countries to Croatia, and this actually comes from there, which I think is more in like modern Croatian history. But then from Bosnia it actually comes from somewhere else, which is Turkey, because the Ottoman Empire had control over, which is now modern day Bosnia, for a long time, and they obviously left a lot of influence, and this is one of them. Now it's somehow made its way through other parts of Europe. Now actually seeing like the pastry in person, it looks similar to an apple strudel, how it's like layered with the stuff.
Okay, I was a little too hungry, so I already had a bite. I think I would like it if the meat was a little different. The meat is a bit gamey to me. I'm a pretty picky person, I'm gonna admit that. And so when meat is reheated, especially chicken, forget about reheating chicken. But when meat is reheated, it has this gamey flavor that it gets, and I think this is what ended up happening. The pastry is good, nothing that I haven't had before. It actually is like the apple strudel pastry, which actually they sell. What was that? They said apple pie, but it was kind of like apple strudel. Yeah.
It's really big too. You're right, and we got two, so I hope that like you can get over it, and I like it. I don't really taste the gaminess. It's fine. I mean, it's nothing like crazy. There's not much like seasoning to it. Kind of just like the pastry.
I'm glad Olivia doesn't mind it. I told you, some people can't even find. I'm a super taster, so I can taste everything. Look it up, super tasters, I think, guys. But we have a backup. We got chocolate donut. So that's exactly what I was thinking, Olivia. Where's the chocolate? It's on the corner of one side. I found it. The donut is good. It's actually a bit more condensed than I'm used to with like even European donuts. All right, so we've came to like a local supermarket, but it has like clothes and everything. Because we don't have beach towels. We completely forgot about beach towels. But we got towels now, and we can go to the beach.
You know, I don't think, like, from anywhere I've been in the Mediterranean, by the sea, that I've seen this many, like, yachts and ships.
I mean, I feel like the Greek islands that I've gone to, there's a ton of them. If you're by the port, there's still, like, so many. Can I ask you something?
My phone number, yes. 09. In all town, all restaurants, it's robbery.
Yes, so expensive.
It's disaster. All of the people from Dubrovnik, citizen, you know. We eating around Old Town, we're not going to Old Town. And coffee and everything, it's very expensive in Old Town, yes. Not to me, yes. I can get a better coffee in, I don't know, in area.
Most people here speak really good English and Croatian.
Yes, but I tried to escape.
He was a bit camera shy, so he didn't want the camera on his face. Later he did say, okay, we can take a picture. But yeah, it's always cool to talk to locals because you get to learn firsthand like what they think, how they feel, like body language, like the way they express themselves.
Yeah. Hope that the beach is like not too busy and it's actually going to be enjoyable considering how hot it is right now. So plaza, playa, must be beach. I still think since Corfu I'm a little traumatized going down anywhere to go to a beach.
If you haven't watched that video, it was a very intense experience to go down the beach and very life-threatening. But it was worth it. So the way it works is you can pay with card or cash, and I think it's 70 per sunbed. 210 kuna if you want 2 sunbeds and 1 umbrella. It's a lot. And this is the towel we got, and we got another one, and it's like this type of material. Now we cannot wait to get into the water. You can probably see sweat dripping. I would feel like we've been in a sauna, so we're gonna go dive in the water right now. What are your impressions?
The water looks really nice. I'm just a little nervous about the rock.
I think once you're like in swimming,
It's just getting in.
but it's also like the swim up to where you can swim is really short. It seems like the best way to get to a beach is by boat. They have even water taxis, and that's cool, but it's a bit more expensive. But if I lived here,
I'd have a boat. Even just
I'd get like a little boat.
one.
Yeah, I mean those are not that expensive. It's the same cost as like having a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Talking about it like a small boat. That was a really nice swim. Now we're going to have some lunch, and you guessed it.
Or tuna salads.
I mean, €2 per can, not a bad deal. So we are done from the beach. We got some rain clouds coming in, which is actually quite nice because without the sun, it's much more enjoyable. It was really interesting because the water in this, like comparing it to Greece, right? About a week and a half ago, we were in a Greek island, so the water here feels more dense. It felt less salty, which more dense would mean more salty, and it was easier to float, but yeah, that was really interesting. Unfortunately, the second time we went to dip and it didn't have such clean waters. One tip to know if you're going to the sea is if you see bubbles in the sea, and I'm not talking about someone like just like splashed around and there's bubbles, but like just bubbles that stay throughout the surface even if there's like no one around, that means the water is dirty. And usually what it is, and it's not just here, it's in any sea that there's boats in there. Like, so we experienced that in Greece as well. It's the sewers from the boats. They go through a process, usually, sometimes it just goes straight through, but usually they go through a process and then just like kind of released into the water. I would hope there's something like a better solution for that instead of just like releasing it. So when we actually like looked closer to the bubbles, it had like a lot of like now we are waiting for the bus to go back to the hotel, shower, and go out, explore the town a little more, and eat. So. Alright, so we're gonna go grab dinner at a really well reviewed and traditional restaurant, although it says Bosnian, not Croatian food. But from what we're getting, the feeling is that there's a lot of intermixture of like the culture and the food with Croatia and Bosnia, since they used to be one, like not that long ago. Obviously, like a few decades have gone by, but yeah, so.
It's really good.
And we're really hungry, so. Let's do it. Even outside of the old town, this city has a lot of little alleys and stairs to go up, and it's actually really cute. It's just a little hard when it's that hot. Oh, hey friend. So this restaurant is called Taj Mahal. It has two locations. One is in the old town, and one is closer to us. Also, you may be wondering, why is it called Taj Mahal? It's a Croatian Bosnian restaurant.
Nothing to do with India. So I was reading the reviews for the restaurant. An Indian actually asked why is the restaurant called Taj Mahal, and quite simply, the owner promised his wife one day he would build her own Taj Mahal. So he did.
He kept his promise.
I like stuff.
Two of them. So our hostess came by and gave us these, which is such a smart idea for marketing for the restaurant, but also much needed for this heat when there's no breeze.
It's called a dull gin. It doesn't seem very dull, but whatever.
And I got a classic Aperol Spritz. It's so good. I could chug it right now. It's so refreshing. And actually, these are bamboo straws. I've never seen such thin bamboo straws, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the meal we've been waiting for all day, and we're so excited to dive into. This is something that I've never seen before. So this is a disinfecting wipe, but it comes in this kind of container because you actually eat this food with your hands. So, and at the end they give you some chewing gum. So that's pretty neat. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, so just dab, dab, dab.
Something tells me that we're doing it the wrong way.
The way I did my disinfecting wipe was definitely not the right way. So there's an opening over here, and then once that comes out, you're supposed to push in, and then it says to wait. Oh yeah. So this must be like a traditional Bosnian salad, and it's green onion, cucumber, mixed with sour cream and some paprika on top. Wow, that's a lot of green onion. Good thing we have gum, eh? It's really good, really good. All right, now the other thing we got is the Taj Mahal special. And this is actually puff pastry with cow cheese in there, chicken and mushrooms and beef. So it smells really nice. I'm just gonna use my hand. That's how you're supposed to eat a pie, so. The meat is so flavorful, really nice spices. Wow, I really like these flavors.
And they use meat from their own butcher here, and everything is free range. You can tell everything is super fresh, flavorful.
Really delicious. The pastry is perfect, and the meat is cooked so well. Now, Olivia has been talking about this since before we came here. Let's have her try it and tell us what she thinks.
For anyone who has remembered me talking in other videos, one of my favorite things ever, just really good meat, ideally mincemeat with bread. It's very simple. This seems like no different. I think I'm doing this the right way. So this is kaimak. So I think it's like some sort of like cultured cream, I'm guessing. And then we have diced green onion, the chivapi, which is like a little minced kebab, which I think is probably one of the most famous Bosnian foods. Some really nice bread. And voila.
Is it everything you were hoping for?
Really good. You can tell the meat is really good quality. I'm trying to get the flavor of the kaimak though. It's kind of like a cream, it's like a butter, cream, and cheese. And the meat is so juicy.
And it's also important to note that Bosnia had a lot of Ottoman Empire influence, so this may look pretty similar to Turkish food. A little bit of the kebab in Greece, but like this is like mostly like Turkish influence, and yeah, pretty cool. I would not think that that was the case until we started doing research for this. So very cool. All right, now we're gonna dive into this food, and we'll see you later. And this is how they actually bring you the bill. It's so cute. Oh, look at that.
It's almost like it's a gift or something.
That's a good way to put it. You're like, it looks like you're getting a gift, but you're actually like giving them something. Such thin baboo. First try! Oh my god! Okay, let me see, 2 for 2.